Arne Slot is apparently the new manager. Is gonna be the new manager at Liverpool. Liverpool haven't announced it, but The Athletic has written a profile, so it must be true. You know?
Yeah. It's no longer a secret.
I did not read that profile. I've watched his team play, but I can't tell you I have an opinion one way or the other, and I don't want to lie to our people. So do you have an opinion on this guy? Because I don't.
Yeah, you know me. I'll try. I'll give it a shot. So this guy, his coaching resume is just 3 teams, and they're all in the Dutch league. 62% career win percentage across board.
That's good.
He won the Dutch league last year with Feyenoord. They're not going to win it this year. I think this year will be PSV. He also was runner-up. Was it last year in the Europa Conference League? The one that Roma won? Was it the one that Roma won? That was 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Yeah, with Mourinho.
Yeah. So Roma Feyenoord played the final. He was the coach then. But that's all. That's it. There's nothing else. So he's a good coach. But the question is Liverpool the ideal next step for him? And is he the ideal next step for Liverpool?
It's a great question.
Because you're moving from a firecracker. I don't know how else to call it. What other adjective I used to call Klopp. You're moving from Klopp to those are heavy shoes to fill, right? And Liverpool right now, it's come to everybody's attention that upon all the gragra, like we say in Nigeria, all the effort, how many trophies did you win during Klopp's era? Yeah. So the expectation is going to be massive. Coaching a Feyenoord who is not even expected to win the Dutch league, crossing over to Liverpool who is expected to win the Champions League. That is the comparison in expectations, right? Does he have the clout, the charisma, the gravitas? I don't know. A lot of people bring up the Arteta comparison, but what did Arteta do before? I get that.
But Arteta was not an experienced coach. This guy is. This is more like Postecoglou. But
exactly,
it's more like that. Yeah,
exactly. But Arteta also has a link to Arsenal, right?
That's true.
So they'll look at him and say he's one of us. So he has that. I don't want to say insurance, but you get what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
This guy, if the first 2-3 weeks, if things are not good, he might as well be fired. It's that bad. Yeah. He doesn't have any leverage, anything. It's a risky hire. I guess it's high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
But time will tell whether he performs very well. But based on the way Feyenoord play, if that is only what we're looking at, he seems to be a very, very good coach. Everything I've said, don't let's disregard that and think he's a poor coach. So Feyenoord play good football.
They do.
You can give that to him. Yeah.
So a couple of things. Let's talk about the facts. Feyenoord will be the 3rd biggest team in the Dutch league, I think.
Yeah.
I think Ajax, PSV, Feyenoord, right?
Yeah.
There might be a very close 4th coming up right behind them. I don't know which one it will be, but there might be.
Maybe Alkmaar or...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because they're big cities with, underperforming clubs and all that. But anyway, so that's one. 2, who was the guy they wanted from Sporting Lisbon? It would have been the same thing. A little younger, right? Sporting Lisbon is technically a bigger club than Feyenoord. Yeah. Portugal is probably a bigger league, all things considered. But, similar. So here's my thing. We're recording on a Sunday. Liverpool played today. They were up 4-0 against, Spurs.
We'll talk about them. We have to talk about Spurs.
And then finished the game 4-2. And that just felt like your quintessential club game. Yinka, whether they use that language or not, right, themselves, the coaches, what do people who write about Pep and Arteta say? What is the common thing about them when they talk about their style? They want
aggressive, open football.
Nope.
What is it?
Control.
Yeah.
That is the number one thing. right? I think 2 weeks ago I talked about all the defensive signings that Arteta made.
Yeah.
He signed one center forward. He signed like 1 million left backs, 500,000 center backs, right? Control. Pep won La Liga playing zero defense, as far as I'm concerned. One season, they conceded 18 goals in 36 games. They had, in my opinion, a very average goalkeeper. How did they do it? They didn't give up possession.
Form of defense.
They didn't give up possession. And they weren't necessarily attacking. They were just controlling the game, So that's the difference. Klopp doesn't control games. Klopp attacks, right? Remember what we talked about. The Klopp didn't even design his midfield for 8 years to be in control. Everything went through the wingers. The wingers to the forwards, bomb. And then, it was like basketball, but not in the way people who watch football talk about basketball. In that it just had the 3 midfielders in there for fouls. You know how you have a big body in basketball for 6 fouls?
I'm for hustle.
Yeah, for hustle. They would do the running for you and the breaking up plays and all that, because your guys would not track back. So Klopp is not a control kind of guy. So the question is, can you do this in the modern game? Have they seen enough? Are they bringing in someone who would, who will pay a little more attention to that side of the ball, right? So that would be the nuance. It's hard to see it, but because I don't want to speak ill of Klopp. Before he came to Liverpool, I really wanted him at Arsenal. When he was coming, I was very jealous. He's a great coach. He's still a great coach. But most people don't get better as they go into their mid and late 50s at whatever job they're doing. Because you don't have the same energy you had at 45.
Absolutely.
Remember when Michael Jordan came back to the Wizards and Shaq was playing that night. The first night it was announced, and someone stuck a mic in Shaq's face, which was a bad idea. They're like, "Oh, what do you think about Jordan coming back?" And Shaq, let me do my best deep voice Shaq impression. Like, bro, 38, it ain't 28. It was right. 38 is not 28. You translate that to coaching. Like Mourinho, did Mourinho forget how to coach? Why is he not winning? Did Ferguson forget how to coach? Did Wenger forget how to coach? You don't get better with age. You get better with age until a certain point, and then you start declining. It happens to everybody. All of a sudden, we heard that, was it the last 10 years of Ferguson, he wasn't taking training? Which is crazy to me. How are you not taking training? But then, conversely, Wenger would not give up training. Neither worked. You see what I mean? Neither worked. Hands off, can't hands off. Neither worked. That's not the modern game. That's not how people do it. No one got better on the either guy for like the last few years. They would just, okay, go run around a little bit, see what you can do. The one that had the most money was able to do something. The one that didn't have enough money was not able to do anything. They could not improve teams anymore. So maybe Klopp is beginning to enter into that phase where the energy is not there. The ideas are getting stale. So let's see what this new guy does. All good?
So just to wrap up on Klopp, he said something, right? I'm just going to read it out to you. He said, the Premier League isn't overrated, it is overworked. And he said, no English team will be in an European final. We should ask, do we decrease the intensity for the players? If no English team is an European final, have we underperformed? He said, no, the PL is the best in the world. It's not overrated. The players are simply overworked. Someone needs to help the people cut off some games. Yeah? Said, I had a chat with TNT, a television show, which I will never watch again. And they said, they pay us to play football, but I don't see it that way. Football pays them. He says he thinks it's the other way. So the man is just saying, I'm tired. And I'm not the only one that is tired.
Yeah.
The clubs too are tired. And I'll bring this point again when we get to the Europa League, when we're talking about Villa.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So let's move
just one quick, and because we have the next topic is cracks at Liverpool. So I'll just again, I'm killing it today. So a couple of things. Number one, Pep also complains about that. Then you know what he does? He goes and he buys 2 more players for each position. So he complains.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he complains. But Yinka, when they played at home to Wolves.
On
Saturday, yesterday, right? His first 3 subs, I believe, were Jack Grealish, Jeremy Doku, and was it Stones? I can't remember the third one. Okay. Grealish is $100 million. It was the best player at Villa. Was the best player at Villa. What was it? Was Stones the third one? Did you confirm? The third?
No, that's what I'm trying to get for you. Just keep making your point.
Okay.
I'll get
my
to it.
point is, when I looked at it and I said, my club Arsenal, these 3 people will start for Arsenal. Period. They will start.
So all in all, he made 5 subs. So you're right. It was Grealish, Doku, Stones.
Okay.
Alvarez, and Matheus Nunes.
Okay, so
if I combine the cost of these guys, we're talking almost £300 million.
Yeah. So Nunes will not start for Arsenal, right? Alvarez will walk into the Arsenal team today. It will be the number 9 today. Because I don't care whatever you think all your number 9s bring to the table. This man has now scored. This guy has been playing for 2 minutes. He's already scored 35 goals for City, and he barely starts. His future is ridiculously good, So, but anyway, so that's how that's how Pep does it. Arteta, how does he do it? It's like, I don't want to hear about everybody's fouling Saka. I'm not gonna tell referees to protect him. I'm gonna tell him, you're not gonna be great if you can't play 65 times a season. That's it. So young people don't make excuses like this. And that's the difference between Arteta and Klopp. Arteta is not tired. It's like, I will outwork you. What are you talking about?
And so I get that point, right? But what he's saying is actually valid. Is his reaction to it that you have a problem with?
Yeah.
What he's saying is 1,000% on point.
Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click on the notifications button so you don't miss any of our content.
And please don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms.